Hey y'all, so I'm really good emotional purging today. So I hope you guys are doing okay. All right, I'm just still like unsure. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. Sometimes my camera is a little slow and I need to like clean out the memory card. So how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I guess these are back to being dailies, you guys. I guess I'm back working. You know, I guess. Alright, let's get a message from our ancestors and our spirit guides. Let's have us look-see at what message they have for us. Okay. You're Vortical, be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. Okay, so this is your message. You need to just take it easy. Be gentle with yourself. Alright? It's really not time to be hard on yourself, to put yourself down about whatever, anything that's happening right now. You can't hold yourself up to the same standards you used to hold yourself up to, or that you held yourself up to pre-coronavirus, or whatever, you know. But this card is a really beautiful message about just accepting and understanding that you've been through a lot, and that I want to clean this. It's so dirty. But just acceptance and understanding that you've been through it. You guys like my roses? I have a rose bush in my backyard, and I pick the roses every summer, and I dry them every spring. And yeah, I use them for my spell work and for my release work and all that stuff. You guys like them? I know it's kind of off topic, but I'm starting to collect. I usually have a bucket load of flowers by like July, August. I've got too many flowers, and I literally store them away for over the year. But I'm starting out my little collection on my altar. So yeah, you guys, take it easy. Just be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You see how I looked at my bowl and I was like, yuck, it's so dirty, I want to clean it. Even though I should clean it. You know, whatever. You just had a tough time, or maybe you're too tired to clean it, you know? So don't be so hard on yourself. And that's really the message with this card. My guides are like, we know how much you don't like this card. I really don't like this card. It's not that I don't like the energy, I just don't like the card, because it's kind of like, okay, what kind of message is that? But it really is all about just being gentle with yourself. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. And, you know, just like, you can't push yourself is what the card is trying to say, what the message is basically trying to come across to you, is that you can't push yourself the way that you normally push yourself, or the way that you pushed yourself in the past, because you're not under the same circumstances. You're under a different sort of energy, a different sort of influence, right? And the underlying energy is unnecessary worries with citrine. So situation that you're worrying about, or situation it is that you're, you know, that is kind of stressing you out, or that you need recovery from, you don't need to worry about it, because it's unnecessary worries. All right, so release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solution. So give your worries away to God. Sometimes a solution isn't what you think it might be, but that's the solution. Okay, so you just need to flow. All right, really flow. All right, so we have the Dragon's Duel: inner conflict, morality, and conscious choice. I feel like a lot of you guys are like at that fork in the road, where it's kind of like you can make a choice, and whichever choice you make, it's no fault for the choice that you make. It's understandable, whatever decision that you make. All right, but make sure that the choice that you're making is a choice from your heart, as opposed to a choice from your fears. You know, you want to make a choice from, you know, who you really are, as opposed to, you know, what part of yourself you're trying to protect. Understand? So this is kind of a time where no one can really fault you for whatever decision you're about to make, or whatever decision you make, because either decision makes a lot of sense. But you really need to make the choice from your heart. And I don't believe that there's any such thing as wrong choices. I think as people, we take life a little too seriously. I think that life is not like it's a game, but it's not that serious. You know, like it's not like worth all the stress that people put themselves under, you know. But that's not to say I don't understand why people do it. And I really feel like in this situation here, yes, there's healing that needs to take place, but there also is like a bit of a conflict that's going on within you. And within whatever area of life that this is, that you really just need to, come to make a decision about it that reflects your personal morality, that is a choice that you can live with, a choice that's not going to be like too painful for you, too painful, more painful than it needs to be. Sometimes things need to be painful, especially when it's false and it comes to an end and it's really not for you, you know, then yeah, you kind of need to go through that. But most times it doesn't need to be painful. That's the impression that I'm under, but not everybody agrees with that line of thinking. Okay, so there is a little bit of inner conflict going on, and when there's inner conflict, you just can't listen to other people, because everybody's going to be saying, one group is going to be saying what one side of you is saying, the other group is going to be saying what the other side of you is saying, and thus defeats the point of talking to people outside of you. So you just got to kind of get close to yourself and figure out what you want. So I am going to get the Sister Moon Tarot Oracle cards, but first I wanted to get a look at the tarot energy. Okay, because these are more love-based. I don't know if these readings are about like your relationship or your love life this time around, but just in case it is, I'm going to get a card for you. So we have mirroring. Do you feel the way I feel? Sometimes I think this sadness isn't mine. I feel your energy all the time. So I feel like you are mirroring someone, right? There's someone in your life that you're mirroring, you guys, and someone in your life is mirroring you back. And I feel like whatever it is that you're experiencing, this other person or this other party is experiencing the same thing, and they're kind of in the same sort of dilemma, and they're also uncertain of what they should do as well. So I do feel like there's not necessarily too much unhappiness, but there is a level of unhappiness that some of you guys are experiencing right now. It could be in a relationship, it could be just in an agreement, a living situation. Something feels kind of unstable, okay? It could even be a contract that some of you guys signed when it comes to business that just isn't necessarily working out for you or working out for the other person. But there's still this desire to make it work though with the Four of Wands, but at the same time it's not happy. And with the Tower energy, I really feel like something is going to be revealed. There's going to be realizations happening all across the board. I've been seeing this card all morning. I do not like seeing the Tower this often. I don't like seeing it that often, because it's just like, okay, so what the fuck are you should just explode by now, you know what I'm trying to say? So I really feel like with the Tower energy, there is a realization happening here. Now my guides are like, you need to just relax a little bit, you know, don't trigger yourself so you can get the message. So I really feel like there is something about a connection or about an agreement that is going to be kind of destroyed because it wasn't built on a solid foundation, right? And what this is a limiting belief system that you use to build up a connection, to build up a relationship, build up a union, build up a marriage, build up a contract, an agreement you have with someone for work, an agreement you have for someone for charity, for even a gym membership, some of you guys, right? That can be involved in it, where, you know, it was built or it was kind of decided in a place of kind of not having high self-esteem, or kind of feeling trapped, having a limited point of view, not seeing things clearly, not seeing things in its totality, but yet making that choice anyways. And I really feel like that limiting space, that limiting belief system, it is changing, and it is transforming, and you are transforming. And you know, as a result of its transformation, whatever it was that's not working in this connection or not working in this contract is ultimately exploding in your face, exploding in each other's face, exploding or being brought to light. And I feel like for some of you guys, it hasn't really happened yet. I was asking myself, is this going to be uncomfortable? And the Ace of Swords coming up reversed says no, it's not. Because the Ace of Swords reversed is like, you're not quite there. But it will lead to some sort of realization, is definitely what I'm understanding. But I feel like there's some pushing away that's going on, right? That I feel like some of you guys are still kind of in a little bit of a defensive energy, where you're kind of, your energy is pushing whatever this realization is away. Because, I don't know, whatever this realization is, it's positive, but it's just something that I think the mindset that you previously found yourself in won't allow you to take that perspective. because it was so invested in an old one that wasn't working for you. So you've got to just chill, be more open, and be gentle with yourself. That's why they keep saying be gentle with yourself. The last card that comes out here is the Empress. So I really feel like whatever this revelation is, whatever this, yeah, the Tower is a revelation. It's a destruction that leads to revelation, or revelation that leads to destruction that leads to rebuilding. It will lead to abundance. It will lead to, you know, increased opportunities, a plethora of options, plenty for everyone involved, especially the feminine in this, or the female party, you know, the nurturing party, the gifted party in this, which both people are gifted, but the Empress is very gifted in a very weird way. And when I say weird, I mean unique. And especially for the feminine party, there's a lot that the feminine party will gain from this. But the feminine's got to drop her guard. I mean, this is a very guarded lady I'm looking at. It's a very guarded person. It's understandable why this person, or why this energy was so guarded. You know, they kind of built up a belief system in an unhappy place, and they don't realize how much it constricts them, and so death came, and it's like freeing them from it. And a Tower revelation needs to happen so that you can see something clearly, but there's this pushing away that's going on. There's this defensive energy. There's feeling like, oh, well, these people are against me, or, you know, I have to defend myself from this, when this is not something you need to defend yourself from. You don't really need to defend yourself from a lot of things, okay? Unless someone's chasing you down the street, or is trying to literally destroy you physically, or is an acute threat, you don't need to defend yourself, okay? So, I feel like your energy is very defensive. All right, but there is a plethora. There's a lot of growth. They want me to pull a card on it. Get this stuck here on the Empress to clarify it. There's a lot of growth, a lot of beauty, a lot of coming back to oneself, a lot of standing in one's truth and seeing one's worth. The Lovers, look at that, and we have the Death energy again. So I feel like someone's heart is transforming. Someone's faith and belief in love is transforming. Someone's, if you're in a connection, the connection is transforming for the better. It's getting a lot more stable. I feel like whatever this was before, it was not stable. And someone is just going to probably open their mouth, or someone is just going to probably do something that they normally wouldn't do, right? It wouldn't show up at the Tower if it's something that they did all the time. And it's changing the connection, or changing someone's heart. You know, it's allowing someone to live more in their heart, to live more free, to be more open. I feel like there are limiting belief systems or beliefs around, you know, that culture teaches us, or family teaches us, that some of you feminine ladies, right, have believed, or, you know, taken for yourself to be bond. You know that saying, word is bond. You kind of took that to be bond, when it's really not bond, you know. And whatever this realization is that you're going through right now with the Lovers and the Death energy with the Empress, it's really going to broaden your horizons, expand your vision, make you happier, a lot more abundant, a lot more joyful. And I think you're really going to see your worth a lot more than you were seeing it before. Okay? So that's pretty much what I have for you. Thanks so much for joining, and I'm still working on your sign readings. You can check those out when they come out. I guess I'll talk to you guys some other time. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in.